Going to go over these practice problems. So question 1, the typical demand curve will have what kind of slope? Well, they look like this. So that's a negative slope. Higher prices are associated with lower quantity demanded, and a lower price is associated with a higher quantity demanded. Okay. As the baby boom ends, fewer families will have young children, and as a consequence, what happens in the market for preschool services? So this is a demand side phenomena. The families are the buyers of preschool services, and so since we have fewer buyers, we're going to have a decrease in demand. The demand curve is going to shift in or left. Okay, the market for peas is experiencing excess supply. So what does that even look like? So we have demand and supply for peas. So excess supply means that we're up here. Somehow the price is above the equilibrium price, so quantity demanded is less than quantity supplied at that high price. Okay, so this is our excess supply. The difference between the large amount that's supplied and the small amount that's demanded at that high price. So what's going to happen? The prices are going to fall, so we can kind of knock those out, to the equilibrium price. We know the price is going to want to move down there, and it gets there by the suppliers want to capture one of these scarce buyers, and they will cut the price. They'll bid the price down to the equilibrium price. So as we move the price down, quantity demanded will rise and quantity supplied will fall. Okay, so quantity demanded is going up. More buyers are entering as the price falls. Quantity supplied is going to fall. Some of the suppliers drop out as the price falls until we get to our equilibrium price. Which are complements? Peanut butter and jelly. Complements are the goods that are used together. Substitutes are the goods that are used in place of each other. So you can really see these are substitutes because it's different brands of the same product. So they're used instead of each other. And peanut butter and jelly are used together. Okay, the price of beans rises sharply. What cannot be true? So there's a bunch of different scenarios here. I'm actually going to put in a different piece of paper so I can draw new things. So we could draw all 4 of these. Okay. So if the supply of beans decreased with no change in demand, that would be like this. We go from, and that could cause a rise in the price. Okay, so this could be true. Could cause an increase in price. Demand increase with no change in supply. So demand increase would look like that. And that also could cause an increase in price. Demand increased and the supply decreased. Okay, so then we have 2 things changing. We're going there and there. So then we again see an increase in price because both individual changes are increasing price. So when they both happen at the same time, it just piles on that effect. And if we have an increase in supply, that would cause a decrease in price. So it can't be true that we had an increase in supply. The others might be true. And then this last pair of questions is looking at this lettuce and spinach, lettuce and tomatoes situation. So 20% of the lettuce crop was destroyed. So let's look at, we want to think about lettuce, spinach, and tomatoes. Oops, that's kind of messy. So we know what happened with lettuce. Floods destroyed part of the lettuce crop. That was a decrease in supply. So the price of the lettuce increased. And quantity decreased, quantity demanded. So spinach is a substitute for lettuce. So when the price of lettuce goes up, what happens in the spinach market? Demand for spinach will increase because the price of a substitute has risen. So people are going to switch from lettuce to spinach. And that's going to cause a higher equilibrium price and higher equilibrium quantity. That's D. And then for tomatoes, lettuce and tomatoes are complements. So when the price of lettuce rose from the flooding, demand for tomatoes decreased because people don't need as many tomatoes. They're not buying as much lettuce as they did before. And so we see B. So that would also give us a lower price, lower quantity if it asked that, which it didn't. Okay, so if you have any questions, please ask them on the discussion board.